Hi guys, JB here with the FA Cup highlights, FIFA 19 style, and we're bringing you cup tie action from 3 matches from the third round draw. Now amongst the games there, we've got Everton and Cardiff to come. That's our second match, and then our final match will see the old Premier League clash between Bournemouth and Arsenal. But we're going to go to Anfield and to Jurgen Klopp's entertaining Liverpool side. As you can see, they took on West Ham United, or you will see in a second. But there were a few tasty ties. Millwall was going to be a tricky trip for Arsenal. One or two others there. Spurs away at Preston. But it was always going to be a tough baptism really for Liverpool. Haven't won the FA Cup since 2006, and they put their full strength squad out. But there were some tasty ties, and from round 3, and we'll bring you all the scores from them as we go along in the programme. And don't forget, we'll also have in our highlight shows, we'll include replays as well. If there's more than one replay, we'll show both replays. If there's more than 3, we'll show at least 3. So plenty to come in this season's FA Cup competition here at FIFA 19 style. As I say, we go to the Vitality later, and we go to the Cardiff City Stadium a bit later for a game you wouldn't want to miss. Everton against Cardiff, and there were some real frills and spills in that game as well. But there were going to be some frills and spills at Anfield, and a crowd of 50,000 turned out in full force for a real cup tie atmosphere. It really was at Anfield, as it always is on Cup Day, and the crowd were always in good spirits for a game that really promised to be something spectacular. Of course, there they are lining up there. And this was really going to be something spectacular. In fact, all the 3 featured games have full houses, by the way, for the contest. So let's get over to Anfield then, where the crowd, 51,000 crowd, came out and gave the teams a fantastic reception, as they did at the weekend. It was a marvellous game, dramatic game, as you'll see there. Some refereeing mistakes, and watch out for one of the goals of the season as we take you to Anfield for the first game of 3, Liverpool against West Ham. Without doubt, probably one of the ties of round 3, Liverpool and West Ham taking on each other. Both teams have won the FA Cup, between them a record 9 times. West Ham's most recent being 1980, Liverpool beating West Ham in the final in 2006. It's a rainy day here on Merseyside, but this is a game that's going to be relished, and you'll never walk alone is now around the ground. Let's have a look at that Liverpool side, and it's the strongest possible 11 that Klopp has picked, because he's really taken this competition seriously. He's picked his best goalkeeper, his best back 4, and Sane, Mane and Salah further forward could cause West Ham 1 or 2 troubles. Let's have a look at West Ham, their line-up, and again, the man to watch out for there really is number 7 in Marko Arnautovic. Philip Anderson and Snodgrass are really good on the wings. Mark Noble will give some extra, stealing that West Ham midfield, and West Ham will give a good account of themselves. So we're all set to go then at Anfield as the game gets underway. Liverpool in all red, West Ham in the change shirts of light blue, or dark blue rather, with white socks. And here's Henderson now for Liverpool. Into the path of Arnold. And Trent Alexander-Arnold playing the ball in. Now Aubameyang for West Ham. Getting the ball forward, but cut out there. And Alexander-Arnold wins the ball, wins possession quite well. And that's a good ball into the path here of Mo Salah. Now he needs to drag this ball back if he can. And the shot over the top. A really good effort there by Mo Salah. Turn there, lovely shot, lovely shape, but the shot just wide. And here the goalkeeper out of position. Oof, and Alisson was very lucky there. He went for a ball that I didn't think he was necessary to get, because the defenders had that on complete control. Well, that's a poor ball by Shaqiri. Balbuena can't find Rice. Ronaldo picks it up. Alexander-Arnold. 3 to his left. Ronaldo makes it 4. And the ball could It's to Robertson. There was a good dummy and all of that. Robertson off. Well, to be fair, he tried to chip the goalkeeper there. But Lucas Fabianski is too coy a goalkeeper to get chipped from that range, although Robertson gave it a really good go. Now Alexander-Arnold. He's seen plenty of the ball in this opening 26 minutes or so. Firmino now with the shot. Oh, it's a brilliant goal. That is a brilliant goal by Firmino. And Liverpool go in the lead. The Kop goes wild. And Liverpool, who are one of the favourites surely to take this year's FA Cup, are in the lead in the third round. Kane to Firmino, hit it on the left foot. Fabianski flying through the air, couldn't reach it. And that really sets up this cup tie with a vengeance. And I think he may have got the merest of touches on that, the goalkeeper, but it wasn't enough. And he's happy. Roberto Firmino then, to 27 minutes. 1-0 Liverpool. And West Ham now have really got to chase it. As we reconvene the action now. Well, what a great moment that was for Firmino, because he needed a goal this tie. It was begging for one. We got one from the highest possible calibre. Shaqiri through. Oh, terrific save. Still not away. Salah hits it over. Well, Jurgen Klopp a little frustrated there, but a real opportunity there for Salah. Hit it over, but as we're seeing again, that brilliant strike from Firmino, the goalkeeper just didn't have a prayer. Obiangi's lost it this time. Marnie will win it. And he'll pick out Henderson. A little chip. Well, that was ambitious. No doubt about that. From the Liverpool captain. Certainly went for glory. How close it really was, I hazard to guess. But in any case, it's a goal kick. Zabaleta has picked up an injury, by the way. That's all that was going on. No ball now for West Ham. A good ball out towards Snodgrass. Can they press now in this last few moments here? No ball now for West Ham. Good ball. Oof. And that's the first chance that Arnautovic has had. Although it was a very tame effort and Alisson saw it all the way. But he's given it away to Arnautovic. Now Anderson. Oh, the ball ricocheting about a little bit. We've played them 3 minutes, and it's that for the first half. Well, go after 27 minutes by Roberto Firmino, and what an effort it was from over 25 yards. Has added a bit of sparkle to what's been a terrific cup tie played in the pouring rain here on Merseyside. Half time in Anfield, it's Liverpool 1, West Ham United 0. Well, welcome back to Anfield on a rainy Liverpool. As West Ham, the visitors, get us underway, attacking the Kop to our right. Here's Snodgrass now for West Ham. Liverpool, of course, all in red. And they're going towards the Anfield Road end in the second half. Alisson to Henderson, to Wijnaldum. Henderson again. Now Salah. Good football again into the path of Andy Robertson. Marnie now for Liverpool. Oof, dear me, that was straight to Declan Rice. And then he gives it away to Gini Wijnaldum. Here's Alexander-Arnold. And a good ball in there towards Mo Salah with a good shot off the crossbar and back away again. So close there, Liverpool. Well, Firmino comes on, or comes off, to be replaced by Naby Keita. Well, he's scored the goal anyway, so he's contributed quite a bit to the tie today. But it's his race is run. Klopp not risking him any further. So Liverpool making their first substitution of the game. No ball now for West Ham. 1-0 down. Remember, if it's a draw after 90 minutes, we will have a replay at the London Stadium in a week and a half's time. It's a corner. And a chance now for West Ham maybe to try and get themselves the equaliser. Real opportunity here now for the Hammers. If they can get an equaliser, it would be set up an interesting last half an hour. Philip Anderson down with the corner for West Ham. Played in there. And a little flick, and well, headed behind for another corner. So that's the second one in succession, and the Hammers are praying that their side can get themselves an equaliser. And Philip Anderson again with another corner. This time another in swinging. Comes here for Rice perhaps. No, he'll come to Shaqiri though. And Shaqiri's ball was not a good one, and Arnautovic could pick it up, and then it's Anderson with the shot, and it was well charged down. And Liverpool now just need to get themselves into forward mode, and there's Sarah now, clean through. Diop to meet him, surely has to be a booking at the least, if not a red card. I've seen players sent off in that position, and Issa Diop has been booked. Well, let's see that again. Came through and took the man. Whether there was a covering defender, I'm not sure, but there's a free kick indeed for Liverpool. Alexander Arnold win it, and over the top of the bar. Well, the debate will be whether Diop should have seen red for the challenge, because he was clean through on goal there, Salah. Only the ref will know what he thought. It's a good ball, but Milner's ball was intercepted. Milner now takes possession. Alexander Arnold again, he's had a good match. Keita now, Milner's in a bit of space. It's James Milner for Liverpool, and he pulls the shot wide. 5 minutes to play. Liverpool inching closer to the fourth round draw, and Milner came very, very close. Well, we're into the last 3 minutes plus stoppage time of this dramatic cup tie, but it's been in the main dominated by Liverpool. Oof, that's a bit of a meaty challenge there, and that's going to be a yellow card for Keita, the substitute. He went right through the West Ham defender, and the referee was Johnny on the spot, books the Liverpool player, and Naby Keita would do well actually to calm down. And was a wild challenge on the defender Diop, who Liverpool will argue should have been sent off the field, but he's still on the field, having received just a yellow card. I know Liverpool will say it should have been a red. Keita now confirmed as a booking, and the ball played in there towards Arnautovic. One hand then. Van Dijk brought his man down. I'm sure he'll get a yellow card as well. They were covering defenders. The referee is going up to the scene. Sure, it won't be a booking for Virgil van Dijk here, because they were covering defenders. It's a red card! Wow! I am absolutely perplexed by that decision. Why not send off Diop if it was the same thing? And this is what referees are. Well, that is a poor decision from the referee. I didn't think it was a red card offence. He didn't look dangerous for starters, and there was covering defenders, and Diop was in exactly the same position, and he didn't get a red card. So where do you err on the side of caution there? But it just didn't seem to make sense to me why Diop has to stay on the field and Van Dijk gets sent off. But the referee will tell us if he does bother to, as the free kick comes in from Anderson, and tested to the full there was Alisson. Good goalkeeping, but now Liverpool must battle away now for the last seconds with 10 men. Well, there'll be controversy about that red card for a long, long time to come, but Liverpool are through anyway. What a dramatic end to a cup tie which only had the one goal, but the Kop are happy that Jurgen Klopp will be not pleased with the referee for sending off Virgil van Dijk towards the end. Presume it was for stopping a clear goal scoring chance, although they were covering defenders. But Diop was in the same position and he didn't get a red card, but the ultimate justice has been done, and Liverpool now go through to the fourth round draw, which will take place after any replays take place. But Liverpool safely through, the 10 men through against West Ham by 1-0. So another win for Liverpool against the West Ham side that really didn't threaten until the end when Arnautovic sprung through, but there was a terrific goal from Firmino, and of course that sending off there from Van Dijk when maybe the West Ham player should have gone as well. But Liverpool through. So it's over to the Cardiff City Stadium for a 4-goal thriller, lots of thrill spills and a couple of calamitous moments as well. If you're an Everton fan, you might not want to watch this, but let's get down to Cardiff against Everton for game number 2. Well, welcome to the Cardiff City Stadium, where Cardiff and Everton face off again in a massive game here. Full house, 30,000 here at the Cardiff City Stadium for this one. And let's look at the Cardiff side. Again, they've got Neil Walker's got as strong as he possibly can, and Neil Etheridge is one of their best performers. Harry Harter signed from Bournemouth in the window during the summer. Callum Patterson might look a real threat up front, and Morrison and Bamba, two big bulky centre halves that will cause Richarlison a real battle or two later on in the game. And Richarlison in fact lines up in a very strong Everton line-up there, when he include the likes of Phil Walcott, Seamus Coleman, the Irish defender, Michael Keane, the ex-Claret, plays in defence alongside Kurt Zouma. Richarlison leading the line, he's the top scorer, and Gylfi Sigurdsson will play in behind him. Well, we're all set for this third round clash, and it's going to be Cardiff in all blue to kick off. Everton in white shirts, dark shorts and white socks for this intriguing third round game. And on the first week of January, the sun is shining. Joe Rolls, Callum Paterson, referee blaming play on, playing the advantage, and a chance here now for Harry Arter with the first shot of the game, and he just pulled it an inch or two wide. Not a lot to spare there from Harry Arter, who's got Premier League experience in his Bournemouth days and almost obliged. Digne with the throw in for Everton. He's a good set piece specialist, Digne. Here's Drissagana. First shot was charged down, and there's the shot of the goal. Well, it's Drissagana with the goal for Everton. 10.5 minutes gone, and Everton go into the lead. The team that last won the cup back in 1995 are ahead here in the third round. There was the first shot, charged away by the defender, and then the shot back in. No chance, Neil Etheridge. It's a really tremendous hit with the right foot. Second time of asking, however, but it was good enough to beat the goalkeeper and for Everton to go into the lead. So Drissagana makes it 1-0 to Everton with 11 minutes on the clock. Sigurdsson trying to go around the corner. Arter losing out that time. Gunnison again. Back to Arter. He's been dispossessed, and here's Richarlison. And Bernard making a good forward run. Bernard for Everton. 2-0. Well, we're not even at the midway stage of the first half yet, and Everton extend their lead to 2-0. Lovely play, although Arter kept the ball away in midfield. Richarlison picked up the ball and played a lovely through ball to Bernard, and he struck that magnificently. Right foot, it was in from the moment he left his right foot. Etheridge did not stand a hope. It's Cardiff City 0, it's Everton 2. 22 minutes of the first half gone, so halfway through that first half, and it's a good performance so far by Everton. The two goals ahead, and looking complete control of this third round tie. Arter now for Cardiff. Callum Paterson. Digne now for Everton. Back to Jordan Pickford, the England number 1. He gets it away, but it's only as far as Rolls, and then Arter, then Rolls again, but the ball again ushered back to Pickford, who this time kicks long. And, well, Everton just don't need to be making too many elementary mistakes. Here's Gunnison now for Cardiff. Good block. And behind for the corner. Well, the first time that Cardiff have really threatened here, and Aaron Gunnison with a good shot hit the defender Michael Keane, and it will go for a Cardiff City corner. Now, what can they do here? They need something to get, need something to cling to here. Can Carriassa produce some moment of magic on that far side? Flicking there towards the near post. A terrific save by Jordan Pickford, the England goalkeeper. Good flick on by Paterson, and the goalkeeper gets it away with his shoulder, I think. Last 5 minutes of the first half, and here's Walcott. It's Phil Walcott for Everton, palmed away by Etheridge. Good effort this from the England man, former England man. Good effort, right foot, and the goalkeeper just punching that away. Good keeping by Neil Etheridge. Bernard. And here's Sigurdsson. Everton looking to kill this tie off before the break. Sigurdsson shot deflected. And Etheridge do well to keep it in as we were deep into stoppage time. We had 5 minutes there of stoppage time and the referee has finally blown. So goals for Everton from Drissagana Gay after 11 minutes and then Bernard after 22 minutes. I'm giving Everton a 2-0 half-time lead here. Plenty for Cardiff City to do if they're going to even get a replay out of this. Half-time in the third round of the Cup here at Cardiff. Cardiff 0, Everton 2. Welcome back to the Cardiff City Stadium as the teams reconvene for the second half. No changes incidentally for both sides. It's as you were. Cardiff attacking the goal to our left. Here's Joe Rolls into Arter. Now Patterson! Well, the first chance of the second half was in favour of Callum Patterson here for Cardiff. And he shanked his shot well wide. You could just see there on the replay. He sort of dragged his shot well wide in the end. And Everton were quite happy to see that one drift wide. And Jordan Pickford has his clean sheet intact. It's not been a vintage Everton performance. Cardiff have had 5 shots that have been more than in the game. And with a chance of winning the game. A free kick there going against Richarlison. Late challenge. Might well get a booking here from the referee. Indeed he does. Arter would do well to keep his mouth closed. Was a silly challenge though by the Brazilian. It has to be said. Everton Cardiff are about to make a substitution. Bobby Reed comes on for Callum Patterson. As Cardiff look to try and find a way back into this game. Rolls. Carriassa. Rolls. Carriassa. Bree waiting in the middle. Whatever it is, Harris. Good save, Harris. Cardiff are back in the game. Harris the scorer. Now there's a cup tie interventions in 23. The next 23 minutes are going to be so important now for Everton to hold on in there and see it out to round 4. But Cardiff have given themselves a real chance with a goal back. Harris with the first header, which was well saved by Pickford. But he could only push it into the path of Harris, who was quickest to react, and put it through Drissagana Gay's legs into the empty net. And Cardiff are back in the FA Cup. It's 2-1 now. And Neil Warnock knows that's an important goal for them to get, because it gives them hope of staying in the Cup. So 1 back for Cardiff. It's 2-1. And Everton's lead now looking very, very precarious. Coleman. Richarlison. Doing well there, the Brazilian. Now Richarlison. Good turn. Good ball. And they're bunning up every time. And Gomez with the shot. Charged away. Now Drissagana Gay now. Lining up the shot. And a great save by Etheridge. Keeps Cardiff in the FA Cup. Shaped up to shoot here, the former Villa man. Aston Villa man. And Etheridge just palmed it away with both hands. Couldn't take the chance. Well, they've got 10 minutes now, the 1927 winners, to find a way back into this game, to take it back to Goodison Park for a replay in a week and a half time. And Arter's through. Good save. But a free kick has been given. There was a foul by Zuma. And now there's problems afoot for Everton. Carriassa over the free kick. Or will it be Joe Rolls? No, it's Carriassa with a free kick. And off the post and out of and away to safety for Everton. Rolls. Offside against Harris. And maybe Cardiff are running out of time. And it will take a mistake now from one of the Everton players to give Cardiff a replay here. One can't see them doing that, Everton. They do look too professional. Here's Zorret back to Pickford. And Pickford... Oh, what's he doing? He's in! Oh, I've just put the commentator's curse on Everton. It's 2-2. Well, Bobby Reed celebrates with Neil Warnock. But Jordan Pickford, a real aberration, as Hawkeye will testify. Cardiff are back in it. It's 2-2. What was he thinking of there, Jordan Pickford? And before he realised it, it was too late. He's just gifted Cardiff City a replay at Goodison Park. 2-2. Oh, that is one of the own goals of the season, that. A calamitous moment for poor Jordan Pickford. And Everton, who were on the verge after 22 minutes of an easy cup win. Well, the goalkeepers cost them the game today, and now they'll have to replay at Goodison Park. Wow. What a game. Everton were 2 up inside 22 minutes. Then Kadeem Harris pulled one back with 23 minutes to go. And then that aberration at the end by Pickford has gifted Cardiff a second chance up at Goodison Park now in a week and a half's time. It's finished here in a real thrower here at the Cardiff City Stadium. Cardiff City 2, Everton 2. So a 4-goal pro and a 2-all draw. And not a moment that Jordan Pickford will look back on with any great fondness. So a replay it is a week and a half's time. But it's now to the Vitality, where current reigning Premier League champions Manchester City take on a very good Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, who had an exceptional season in the league. Now they needed to translate their good run into the FA Cup. Again, a full house at the Vitality of just over 12,000, and what a game it promised to be, and a real test for Pep Guardiola's men. For Bournemouth against Manchester City. Well, Bournemouth and Manchester City, who are going to be one of the favourites for the Cup, step out here. 11,000 here at the Vitality for a game that could have an intriguing effect. Both teams like to play football, so we should see a lot of attacking play on today. And this is the Bournemouth lineup with Callum Wilson, the man in form. Cook gets his opportunity in behind the main striker. Fraser and Brooks. David Brooks has been very impressive in his first season in the top flight. As for Pep Guardiola's league champions, as we see the teams now shake hands, again, Pep's gone with his strongest possible lineup with the likes of De Bruyne, Mahrez, Company and Otamendi on the bench. So it's Stones and Laporte, the two centre-backs, with Delph on the left. And it's Sterling, Aguero and Sane, a front three that surely would be feared throughout the land. So too would a midfield three of Silva, Fernandinho and Bernardo Silva. Well, this intriguing third round cup game gets underway again, arguably one of the ties of the round. Bournemouth in blue, Manchester City sky blue, Bournemouth in the red and black stripes with the darker shorts, and they're attacking the goal to our right, City to the left. This is Silva now for City, to Kyle Walker, back to Bernardo Silva once again. Now Stones takes it up, Fernandinho to Bernardo. Bernardo now trying to find his namesake David. But it's lost out to Lewis Cook. Now David Brooks. And a good shot there from Brooks. And just over the top there by the young Welshman. 23 years old, David Brooks. And what a signing he's been for Eddie Howe's side this season. Welsh international, as I say. It's got something about him, David Brooks. As Everton kicks on for Manchester City. Sane now to David Silva. Sane again. The ball back to Asmir Begovic. Former Portsmouth goalkeeper. Oh, Aguero was closing in on him very quickly. But Brooks has won it. And now Lerma now for Bournemouth. Another good shot there from long range this time from Lerma. Brooks laid him in on the right. And he didn't hesitate to hit it right footed, Lerma. The goalkeeper had it covered all the way. 10 minutes gone then at the Vitality Stadium. To give it his own name, Dean Court. And it's Bournemouth 0, Manchester City 0. Third round of the FA Cup. Aguero now on the turn. Did really well. Played David Silva into it. Now Aguero. Silva. Good foot. One touch pass in there by City. And a good turn from Sterling. Laid in. Oh, and a chance there. Well, Leroy Sane from 6 yards, but he just couldn't profit, and I don't know whether Begovic got a touch or not, but he did well to put the City player off. And that's a decent ball into the path of Wilson by Cook, and Wilson has hit the bar, and somehow it's staying out. Hawkeye will tell us. Oh, it bounced about a couple of yards before the line, although from the first angle you wouldn't have known it. Very close indeed. But the referee was right, and Hawkeye backs him up 100%. Henderson's goal kick then. 10 minutes to go, really, of an eventful first half, which has yielded no goals as yet. Lerma. And now this coming the moment, it's Lewis Cook for Bournemouth. Oh, and somehow the goalkeeper's pulled off an extraordinary save. And a yellow card to Bernardo for an earlier challenge that had brought about a booking. Ryan Fraser reminding him of that. Was a silly challenge there, it's got to be said, but the goalkeeper, Edison, made an extraordinary save. So the corner comes in and a good header one. I think it was Lerma again. And this time Edison very much equal to the situation. Sterling. And again. Aguero, good football. And Sane is offside. Looked a close one thing, but the linesman was right. And as you can just about see, he's a half a yard offside. We're into stoppage time. Here's Sane. Aguero back to Sane. But Simon Francis doing well there for Bournemouth. As the half-time cup of tea is called for by the referee. So both teams can take a welcome half-time cup of tea. And the closest we come to a goal was when Callum Wilson hit the crossbar. It looked as if from the first angle it bounced down on the line. But he bounced a yard or two before it attempted to cross the line, but it's blank score sheet between these two sides at half time. Welcome back to the Vitality as both Bournemouth and Manchester City, two free-flowing attacking sides by reputation. Kickers off, and I think one of the last scores we wanted to see at half time really was a blank score sheet, 0-0. So in a lot of aspects it's been quite a surprise really. Here's Drew Sermon, but he's lost it. Menandinho picks the ball up and finds Raheem Sterling. Good football again, Sterling. Plays it away for Sane at the bar post. Aguero was in there, but the ball bounces very kindly for Asmir Begovic. Now Fraser. Now Wilson. Cook ahead of him. It's Lewis Cook for Bournemouth. What an opportunity for Lewis Cook. Can he pull the trigger? Good save by Edison. Well, Edison really earning his money today. Cook pulled the trigger. Don't think he hit it as well as he'd hoped there, Lewis Cook. And the goalkeeper, in fairness, was equal to it. Well, with almost 10 minutes of the second half played, it's a corner. Fraser to take. Bournemouth looking for this opening goal of this intriguing cup tie. Fraser's ball in there towards Cook. Now back out to Lewis Cook this time. And that's sweet skills away from Sane. And now Drew Sermon with a shot. Oh, just wide. It was a fantastic effort from the former Southampton and Norwich man. Struck it well. Edison. Well, he might have been struggling, although to be fair, he may well have his post covered. Well, City really been under the cosh already in this second half, although they were under the cosh a little bit proportion to the first in. Here's Jordan Ibe. That's a wonderful ball and Lewis Cook is onto it. Good skills. Cook! Another chance goes begging. Lewis Cook again. He's probably had the best of the opportunities in the second half for Bournemouth, but just couldn't finish. As Vincent Kompany now comes on for Manchester City, he's replaced Eric Laporte. And boasted away by John Stones. And he's back at City again. Lerma. Bournemouth really giving it a good go this cup tie. Cook. Just too much on it. Edison's pounced. And a foul given. And the referee will do well to book Steve Cook here. And he's going for his pocket. And Cook is booked. So Steve Cook now in the referee's notepad. Ray Sterling reckons it should have been a lot more of a card. It was a clumsy trip, but I don't think it was worthy of a red card offence. I think the referee made the right decision. But what it does do with 77 minutes gone is give Manchester City a priceless opportunity here from this free kick. And Sergio Aguero is right up behind this one. And what a moment this could be for City if they were to go in front now. All of 30 yards. Aguero strikes it, hits the wall. Still a chance here for Stones. Aguero forward. And Aguero again, deflected. And that was a big opportunity for Manchester City. Guerra with the shot, and what about that for a challenge by Nathan Aki? City aren't finished yet though. It is a corner. And Raheem Sterling to take it. 11 minutes left to play. The goalkeeper coming through his crowd scene and getting down, and the second ball was won by City. Stones keeping it alive, but now Bournemouth have a chance here. And Wilson is onside because the ball was playing when he was in his own half. Now then, he's 1-on-1 against Edison. It's Cal Wilson for Bournemouth, and the goalkeeper saves City. Can you believe that? Bournemouth looked as if they were going to put the favourites for the cup out of the first hurdle, but Edison made the save. Coming up towards the last 3 minutes of stoppage time. De Bruyne the substitute. Sterling. Aguero. Sergio Aguero. Back to Gundogan. Another substitute. Gundogan can't pull the trigger. City looking to try and smash it at the end, but they're going to run out of time. But Bournemouth will feel this was an opportunity lost. They had chance after chance throughout the 90. They were probably just about better than City on the day, but they just couldn't beat a very inspired Edison in that City goal. And it means a goalless draw, which will be pleasing for Pep Guardiola because his team escaped and stay in the FA Cup. So they've got a replay at the Etihad in a week and a half's time, and two attack-minded sides went for it. But unfortunately for us, it's finished Bournemouth 0, Manchester City 0. Well, it finished 0-0, and I think out of the 3 games, I think it was always going to be last, considering that there was no scores, there were no goals. But there were plenty of thrills and spills and a lot of chances, certainly from both sides. But a replay it is at the Etihad, and you'll be able to see both replays of Cardiff against Everton and Manchester City against Bournemouth in a week and a half's time as part of our third round replay highlights package. Right, anyway. Some great shocks there. Plymouth going through, Newcastle losing at home to Nottingham Forest, Millwall knocking out Arsenal, Norwich getting the better of Middlesbrough, West Brom hitting 5 past Shrewsbury, Carlisle being beaten there by Stoke 0-0 as you saw there. And some of the other games as well, we've got Watford 3, Coventry 0, Spurs won at Preston, Huddersfield safely through, West Ham and Birmingham will go again at St Andrews, so will Peterborough and QPR, and Burton and Sunderland. Hull won at Brentford and Ipswich won at Charlton, and that's a big fillip for Ipswich Town, who really needed a result there. As you see there, Liverpool through against West Ham, Luton and Sheffield United will replay at Bramall Lane, so will Swansea and Wolves. Burnley through against Derby, as you can see. Brighton will have to replay against Stevenage. Crystal Palace through against Bolton. Walsall and Sheffield Wednesday finished 1-1. And a great result for Accrington Stanley away from home against all the odds against Keith Hill's Rochdale. John Coleman's side getting a 1-1 draw and a replay back at the Wham Stadium. And the replays: Sheffield Wednesday, Walsall, Blackpool, Aston Villa, Accrington, Rochdale, Sheffield United, Luton Town. There's 3 games that we're going to be showing you. The replays between Manchester City and Bournemouth, Everton against Cardiff, and Wolves will take on Swansea. Those are 3 featured replays in our highlights, third round replay highlights program coming up later on this week. Well, that's it for me. I hope you've enjoyed the first of our FA Cup special highlights programs. As I said, we'll be back soon with 3 third round replays. Until then, from me, JB, take care, and we'll see you for those third round replays very soon. Take care. Bye bye.